So I'm here. It's a beautiful day in sunny South Florida, and I figured I was watching a movie last night, and it really touched me, and I really thought about it. And so I want to share with you. I don't know if you have seen it. It's a movie. I forget the name. I forget the title, but I'm sure you probably can Google it. It's a movie with Gwyneth Paltrow and Ashton Kutcher. And what it is, it's kind of a love story. They were both, they were in Vegas. And people say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But anyway, they were in Vegas and they met. And Ashton Kutcher asked her out to go out and have a drink with him. And so they go out, go to all the different bars, partying, hanging out, and they get a little intoxicated. So they end up getting drunk, and they end up getting married. So they get married, and then they still continue to party. Then the next morning they wake up and realize what they have done, and they don't want to be married anymore. So they get in a little debate and discussion about the marriage and say, well, neither one of us want to get married. But Ashton Kutcher ends up winning $3 million. And so, well, he's going to say, yeah, we won this money. We won $3 million. He said, no, I won $3 million. And so he said, no, we're married now. We're married. So they end up going to the judge trying to get the money divided, and the judge ends up sentencing them to 6 months living together, 6 months marriage living together, to see if they can work it out. So they end up living together for 6 months, and they end up fighting throughout the time, and then they end up meeting each other's families and end up falling for each other. But he did a couple of things before they ended up following each other. He did a couple of things like going to her fiance, telling her fiance about how good she was doing, and trying to get her to get back with the fiance. And the fiance ends up coming to her and telling her what happened, and she ends up getting mad. So when they go to court again, in front of the judge again after the 6 months, she's upset, and she tells him that she doesn't want anything from him. She don't want the money. She don't want nothing from him. She just wants the marriage to be over with. And so after that, the judge grants her wishes, and Ashton Kutcher thinks about it. He was like, man, she don't want any of the money, and but he had fallen for her, and he wouldn't have dinner with his parents, and his dad was telling him, because him and his dad didn't really get along throughout the course of the movie, but his dad ends up telling him that, hey, you messed up a lot, but you really messed up when you lost her. Anybody who sees you two together will know that you two are in love. And so in the end of the movie, I know it's a fictional movie, but at the end of the movie, they end up finding each other and getting back together. But it made me think, she was willing to give up the money to be with him. I know that may be fictional, but I thought about it, and it's true. You can't when you find your love, you can't put a price on it. Some say that they rather be miserable. I mean, they rather be poor and happy than to be rich and miserable. So that's just my take on it. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you want to check out the movie, please do check it out. Ashton Kutcher and Gwyneth Paltrow, and that's something that's something I believe. It's one thing true love is hard to find. Like I said before in my other videos, my grandparents were married for over 50 years, and they were happy. So I wish if you're married, I wish you much success in your marriage. Work hard for it, and if you're looking for that someone special, it may be rough in the beginning, but hold on tight, put God first, and everything will be all right. So this is Robert Gunn. I hope you enjoyed this little rant and rave that I talked about today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe, comment down below, put a thumbs down, put a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. You be blessed. Bye-bye.